Perfectly Confident: How to Calibrate Your Decisions Wisely by Don A. Moore. Overconfidence and underconfidence are common and problematic. To calibrate them, weigh 7 factors. Most people have more confidence than the facts justify. Overconfidence is one of the most common cognitive biases. It is a gateway bias that leads to other biases, such as anchoring, representativeness, or availability, that undermine decision-making. Overconfidence can adversely affect performance by reducing effort, inducing complacency, or prompting embarrassing self-aggrandizement. Promoting overconfidence in children, for example, can make them fearful of risking failure. Collective overconfidence leads to disasters such as the 2008 financial crisis. Well-calibrated confidence is the map that can guide your life choices about what to undertake. Too little confidence means missing out on life. Lower-income high school graduates, for example, don't apply to college because they don't think they will get in. Good writers don't write because they think they are bad writers. Underconfidence is common, especially regarding difficult tasks where success is rare, and it's easy to overestimate the confidence level of the other people performing them. Calibrate your level of confidence. That is, be as confident as the circumstances justify. To calibrate your confidence, you need facts, evidence, competence, and a willingness to let go of delusions. Weigh these 7 factors. First, consider how you might be wrong. Evaluate evidence carefully to avoid falling for false claims. People are naturally more likely to think of evidence in favor of their views and to focus on things that are consistent with their beliefs. They tend to be biased toward thinking a hypothesis they're testing is true. To counter this, deliberately try to prove your hypotheses or beliefs wrong. People tend to think they're right and to have more confidence in their beliefs than those beliefs may deserve. Even after learning they're wrong about something, they can jettison the incorrect belief and then retain faith in the accuracy of their updated beliefs. Honest, constructive feedback is so valuable that there's only one way to respond. Thank you. Rich Lyons, former Dean of the Haas School of Business, UC Berkeley. Test your beliefs by asking yourself how you might be wrong. Help others calibrate their beliefs by asking them how they might be wrong. Embrace constructive disagreement and invite a diversity of viewpoints. Average other people's opinions rather than seeking consensus. Second, assess the probability that you're right. Every decision derives from a prediction, what you think will happen. Probabilistic thinking can help improve your predictions. Instead of trying to predict a particular outcome, predict a range of outcomes and think about the likelihood of reality falling at various points within the range. Consider the costs and benefits of overestimating versus underestimating, and factor that into your decision. People tend to overestimate the likelihood of unlikely events and underestimate the likelihood of likely ones. This explains the popularity of insurance and of gambling, even though both require people to bet against the odds. To improve your predictions, ask other people whether they think something will happen and have them estimate the odds that they're right. This works best with people trained how to see and measure uncertainty. Thinking through the likelihood of various outcomes and considering what happened in the past can help you grasp the range of possibilities, make better forecasts, and thus make better decisions. Third, calculate the expected value of an outcome. Calculate the expected value of a risky option by multiplying the value of the outcome by its probability. To decide whether to take the risk, subtract the expected cost from its expected value. Use data, reason, facts, evidence, and logic to maximize the accuracy of your calculations. Be careful not to let your desire skew your estimate of likelihood, and don't inflate the probability of the outcome you desire. People sometimes think optimism boosts their chances of success. Research questions this belief. However, also avoid being overly pessimistic, which can lead to bad outcomes by causing you to be too cautious. Stay realistic about potential consequences and the likelihood of possible adverse outcomes. Being able to explain the basis for your confident beliefs will make them more persuasive to others. Say, for example, you are an entrepreneur. Even if you need to put on an optimistic face for funders and employees, you mustn't overestimate the probability of success, lest you make bad investment decisions. That said, if the potential payoff is big enough, the project may be worth undertaking even if the odds are slim. Similarly, when you and your team set stretch goals as an organization, recognize that the right amount of ambition can motivate you, but unattainable goals can demotivate people and lead to cheating. Along with expected value, consider expected utility. Losses tend to make people feel worse than gains make them feel good. This means people avoid the risk of loss even when the gain has a positive expected value. To get the most out of the expected value approach, calculate the expected value of an outcome, then write it down. This will help you compare what you calculated with the actual outcome, so you can polish the skill of calculating expected value in the future. It also will help you convince funders or bosses that something is worth a try, and will enable you to remind them later why it was worth trying, whatever the outcome. Fourth, define and measure performance. Avoid being exclusively results-oriented. Doing so rewards luck and discourages risk-taking. Encourage employees to take risks that have positive expected values. Reward well-intentioned failure. Build your skill at calculating expected values and encourage others to use this tool. After the fact, go back and see how you did so you can do better next time. Remember, this is not only about money, feelings matter as well. People prefer positive or flattering information over negative or threatening information, but that imbalance can distort risk assessment. To calibrate appropriately how much optimism is warranted or useful, seek the truth and pay special attention to reliable information that contradicts your assumptions and beliefs. Although it can be painful to admit that your critics are right, confronting our imperfections opens the way to improvement. To avoid counterproductive persistence, calculate both the expected value of staying the course and the anticipated value of whatever you would do instead, then choose the path with the highest expected value. Avoid impoverished yes or no decisions that consider whether to take a single option and instead make which, either, or decisions, selecting between alternatives. Posing your decision in a which frame can help you compare expected values and consider possibilities you might not have thought of otherwise. Fifth, consider what could go wrong. Postmortems, analyses of what went wrong, help avoid repeat failures. Premortems, thinking about what might cause a project to fail, can help you avoid failure in the first place. Preparing to respond to potential failures can boost your resilience and reduce adverse impacts. Similarly, backcasting, starting mentally to move toward a desired outcome and tracking back to imagine how you got there, improves your odds of success. When a company is formulating strategy, it is useful to consider critiques, problems, and likely reasons for failure. Premortems and backcasting help you estimate the chances of failure or success. Together, those estimates should add to 100%. Have different teams conduct the premortem and backcast, and work together to come up with the final answer. One example of misplaced optimism is the planning fallacy, the tendency to underestimate how long it will take to accomplish something. To avoid this, break a task into smaller pieces and factor in what could go wrong with each piece. Incentives can encourage overconfidence. When bidding on a project, be explicit about how you will accommodate uncertainty. When you send a project out for bids, keep the planning fallacy in mind to avoid selecting the most overconfident bidder. Sixth, tap others' perspectives. Naive realism impedes consideration of others' perspectives, and instead believes that any disagreement is stupid or evil. Paying attention to other people's views provides valuable insights into what might be wrong with your beliefs and ideas. Seek people who disagree with you and listen to their arguments. For example, when someone is willing to sell a stock at a certain price, that means his or her information tells them it's a good deal at that price. It's helpful to consider what he or she knows that you don't know, or vice versa. Others' disagreement is a gift of great value, but it is not always easy to appreciate it. A related practice is to tap the wisdom of the crowd. If enough people, each with their own set of information, pool their insights, their collective perceptions are likely more accurate than those of any individual. This even works with yourself. To improve your estimate, come up with a number, then think, estimate again, and average the two. Seventh, seek and believe the truth. Develop three main kinds of confidence. Confidence in being able to do a task, confidence in how you rank relative to others, and confidence in how right you are. To make the best decisions about whether to take a risk, analyze the situation. Beware of self-delusion. Consider the likelihood of various outcomes and the relative costs and benefits. Include others' perspectives. As a leader, don't express every doubt that crosses your mind because people will follow someone else who expresses more confidence. The right amount of confidence can help you succeed. It helps you be a good leader and makes you more convincing. Honestly communicating the real uncertainty about uncertain things is a viable strategy for aspiring leaders. Confidence increases your influence and social status, but confidence also can be used to swindle. Before you let someone else's confidence sway your decisions, look for and assess any specific claims to see if they are true or false, or offer a bet to test the depth of his or her apparent confidence. False certainty undermines your credibility. Stay well-informed and well-calibrated and speak confidently and specifically about the likelihood of a situation's outcome. Review and learn from your past judgments, but don't fall victim to regret. Strive for the sweet spot between overconfidence and underconfidence. Takeaways. Overconfidence and underconfidence are common and problematic. To calibrate them, weigh 7 factors. First, consider how you might be wrong. Second, assess the probability that you're right. Third, calculate the expected value of an outcome. Fourth, define and measure performance. Fifth, consider what could go wrong. Sixth, tap others' perspectives. Seventh, seek and believe the truth. Please like, share and subscribe for more videos. Thanks for watching.